always knew that reading recovery was powerful teaching and it was very effective, but I never could have imagined how much it has transformed my teaching.
I have to say, going through reading recovery training was the hardest but the most beneficial educational experience of my life. Like, not only did I learn how to teach phonics principles and item knowledge within real reading and real writing, I also learned the true meaning of gradual release of responsibility and what formative assessment really is, and careful observation of students, and then using that ongoing feedback to make in-the-minute decisions.
It's been the most powerful, satisfying, and rewarding learning I have ever undertaken, and it continues to be so.
The amount of training I received in reading recovery was a huge step up as I tried to become this literacy coach, which at the time was a new concept for many school districts.
Reading recovery training, it provided me with the content, the knowledge that I needed, and the structure for taking on that knowledge.
Reading recovery training and teaching has really taught me, and it really has taught me, like it has forced me to be intentional with my way of thinking.
Children come in with confusions. We are the ones that can really form those new, strong synapses in their brains. We're like brain surgeons.
One of the things that makes reading recovery unique is that it looks at learning to read and write as a complex process. Reading recovery has helped me to understand and use this complex process more deeply so that I can specifically individualize instruction for each of my students.
Each child I work with is unique and requires a different path to her learning and development.
The amount of information I have that can diagnostically understand what's going on in the head of children as the reading process is breaking down for them is just an amazing ability that I have acquired over a number of years.
While working with each unique child, I am continually asking questions, theorizing, and identifying what it is the child can do, what it is she is noticing, and anticipating where I need to provide some level of support.
One of my students from last year, from my very first year of literacy lessons, was 2 years below grade level. She came in not liking reading. She didn't read in the classroom. She would have a book in front of her and not be reading. And this year she has told me she loves reading.
Reading recovery teachers become part of a larger professional learning community, and they continue to participate in professional development with colleagues from all around the Fox Valley.
Continuing professional development through reading recovery helps to keep my learning constantly growing and cutting edge.
I think that the thing I enjoy about this professional development, it really helps you look inward, being reflective, and also really aligning your practices, changing them, looking at your data, making those adjustments.
I'm constantly being called to reflect on feedback about my teaching, being asked to think and reflect about my student, deeply about my student, using data and looking at my record.
I think I used to just look at the child's weaknesses and what they couldn't do. One of the things that are so valuable, we have colleague visits. They come and they observe me. They show me what the child can do.
I have colleagues that can come visit me in a group. I can have a colleague come visit me one-on-one and watch me do a lesson and provide feedback.
When I get stuck on a student problem and don't know where to go next with the student, I know that I have a great resource of colleagues to draw from and call on to help me.
Our Reading Recovery Continuing Contact is just the highest quality of reflective teaching practices that I have the ability to be a part of.
Not only are the skills I'm learning in reading recovery having a huge impact on my students and allowing them to move forward at an accelerated rate, but it's also helping me become a better coach and help other teachers in my school move their students forward at an accelerated rate as well. So the skills I'm learning really extend beyond myself and my classroom and my students, and they extend into the whole school and really has an effect on the reading of all students at our school.
The combination between reading recovery training and my literacy collaborative training leads me to the highest level of support for the teachers that I work with in our building. I wish our other literacy coaches could also be reading recovery trained as well, because they often say the level of understanding that I have of what children do as readers is something that is truly phenomenal.
Reading recovery not only touched the lowest 20% of our first grade population, but has also touched the students and staff of through kindergarten through second grade within our building.
We also work very closely with the first grade teachers at our schools. We are able to share our knowledge and learning with our peers.
As well, both training and continuing professional development have impacted my coaching with teachers. I use what I've learned in reading recovery with every single teacher.
The collegial support that then I can do with classroom teachers, with other reading recovery teachers, with administrators, even in my conversations with parents.
I would have to say in the last 10 plus years, as I've been a literacy coach, I've used so many of those things to help even classroom teachers to know how to help their children to be more strategic.
But our special education teacher is also literacy lesson trained. This offers more services in our school to support our students and also offers a professional right here on site that I can talk to and bounce ideas off with.
It's about teaching children, not teaching a program, not teaching a curriculum, not teaching a book level. It's about teaching children where they're at and what they need to do next along that journey.
One of my favorite things about reading recovery is the accelerated growth that you see with students. So many times children come in at the beginning of lessons with an attitude of I can't or I don't know. And by the end of lessons, the kids are changed. They have attitudes of I can, and they're so excited.